Alright, let's go with the new spellbooks. Come on, I'm going first. Oh, just kidding, we're going second. Oof. Alright. Well, we've got a mallet. We've got Magician's Souls. Oh, they're letting us go first? That's crazy. I don't believe it. Well, I'm going to start it off by deck thinning. I think that's an optimal start for the deck. So we're going to go ahead and actually return. It doesn't really matter what we return anyways, really. Alright. So now we're going to go ahead and we can activate this, and then we can Spellbook of Knowledge. Although alternatively you can activate Knowledge later. The thing with spellbooks is like everything is legitimate like a once per turn, and I want all of my cards to be active. So what we're going to do instead is I'm just going to mallet for 4 and just hope we get a blue boy. Well, it's fine. We can get a blue boy anyways with this, so it's fine. No big deal. And we got the Fate already, so we're actually looking really good with this hand. So what we need to do is get the blue boy, the Spellbook Magician of Prophecy. This is the brand new Spellbook of Judgement, like OP. If this goes off, it's basically game over. So we're going to go for the Spellbook of Judgement, the most OP card in the entire game to ever become like a legal. I don't even know why they made it a quick play. Basically, we just activate this and it's game over. It's such an unfair card. Like, this card is so beyond broken. I'm surprised that they had this like in the game. We're going to start off with Master first, and we'll reveal the knowledge over here. And then we can go for like any other, we can go for secrets, and then we're going to search out whatever we need to. Now, in this situation, Wisdom is going to be ideal. We did start off with a mallet, so we can also go for like a Star Hall. We can go for a Wisdom first, and then we can banish whatever, so we can make the monster unaffected by its traps. So I'm playing this as safe as possible. However, what do we have? We have also this that we can activate. So we activated what, 1? This could be our second one. And then we can maybe draw into something. If I really wanted to play it safe, I would activate Wisdom, because we can search out another one anyways. Or we can go for, like, it doesn't really matter. Any other card is just going to be a free extra card. But we can activate this to start getting some attack, because we do eventually need to do damage to our opponent. The win condition is basically going to be Jowgen, not letting our opponent really do anything. So we're going to go activate our Spellbook of Knowledge, and then we're going to go and get rid of our little guy over here. Then we're going to draw some extra cards, and we got Perform Pop Popper up. I got another one of these. We want to set this card. If I really want to, though, I could. I mean, there's no reason not to, because we get a free card anyways, and this card literally does nothing in our hand. Now, if we can get or the Secret Village, like, why not, right? Okay, we got an Upstart Goblin. Heck, that's another card that I just get for free. The card that we're getting is so unbelievably OP anyways. Like, it's usually game anyways at this point. So this, now we get to add 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's pretty much game over at this point. Then we get Jowgen, and it pretty much wraps it up. Most decks cannot compete with this turn 1 play. Alternatively, if you do have the Magician's Soul, you can convert that. If you don't want to use your Spellbook of Knowledge, you can convert that into a Link Karibo, allowing you to block the card that attacks Jowgen. Jowgen makes it so they cannot special summon, which usually makes it game. You have Spellbook of Fate, so whatever they summon, we just banish it, and then like it's game over. Now, there could be some outs like, oh, I think he just messed up. Like, he can normal summon this card, that's fine. Is he going to equip it with something? A lot of people may not know about this combo. He's playing plants, obviously, but it's probably going to be a GG. Most people will rage quit against this deck. Once you make this combo, they already know it's GG. But let's see if he has anything. Oh, wait, what's this card do? So, Pendulum Effect is during your main phase, you can fusion summon Dark using monsters from your hand. Okay, that's fine. You can't fusion summon because there's literally no special summoning. I think the guy doesn't know what it does. Most people, I've actually been trying to get gameplay, and usually people, once they see Spellbook of Judgement, it's a rage quit. I've got a couple plays that I do want to show off with the deck, which is pretty good. What is this card activating? With the Predaplant Blisp? I don't even know what the heck that card does. What does it even do? What the heck is that? Oh, okay, well, we're good. I'm just gonna wait and see what it does. Does it search out a card? Does it pop? Okay, it just searches out. So he's playing Predaplant, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know the Predaplant like Pendulum variant. I know some of the fusions. If you fusion summon Dark Fusion monster, you can also use cards in your Pendulum zones. Okay, that's fine, because he can't fusion summon. The thing is that if he has Imperm, he would have Impermed it. Ideally, you would have Wisdom be there as well. So it's his end phase right now, so we can now banish a, we can bounce back a card, we can change one monster on the field to face down defense or attack, or we can banish a card our opponent controls. We're going to hit yes on this, and we're just going to banish one card our opponent controls. So we're going to banish 3 cards. We can go for Judgment again, which is, yeah, very, very fair and balanced, Kappa. So we just banished this card, and then we can now go on the offensives. We got a Mallet too, great stuff indeed. So we can start off with secrets, and this will start racking up counters. So now we can go and get our Spellbook Magician of Prophecy, and you guys can basically see how it makes it game over at this point. We have another Fate over here. We just got to make sure we have 3, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, we're ready to go. So we just summon this, and then just start basically activating all of our cards all over again. Is the goal here. Do we need to activate anything responsive? Now I have this Wisdom. I'm pretty safe on most things in the game. I can go for Power just to gain extra stats. If I was to attack over that card, I don't know what his back row is, but it probably doesn't really matter. There is like we can just go to attack over here, so we can get some more damage in. So if I did attack over, we can search out another card. Is that necessary? Probably not. At this point, it's probably going to be game anyways. So we're going to go ahead and play some more counters. Then we go activate Eternity. Eternity can then add back our Judgment. And then once we have Judgment, we're basically good to go. So we activate Judgment again. I mean, Judgment is such an overpowered card. At this point, like, it's just like overkill. We really don't need to activate anything. But if I want to, I can still activate stuff. Like, I can activate Mallet. Like, I really don't need to. But again, it's just like free cards. So like, why not? Right? I do want like all of these cards pretty much. I don't really need knowledge right now because I want to keep my monsters. I could recycle 1 card if I really want to. Now most of the Spellbook cards, they have like you can only use 1. So we're going to go ahead and activate this. And then we can activate, we just reveal whatever, it doesn't matter. Like I said, at this point, my opponent is probably just going to fold. So we can now get the effects of Power if I want to. And just continue on from here. And it's pretty much game over anyways. So we can go boost up this guy over here. And even though this is like only like once here, I'm going to keep these cards in my hand because I don't know what this guy's got. He could have something, but it's probably going to be game over for my opponent at this point because we're going to not be able to get the effect of Spellbook of Judgment, but we only get half the effect of it. We still get all of the searching because like basically every spell card, it doesn't even have to be a spellbook card, and that's why the card deserves to be banned really, like forever. Like the card is way too OP. So now that we've attacked, he doesn't have like Mirror Force or any, like, I don't know what they play, but it doesn't really matter what deck. Okay, it doesn't really matter what deck my opponent is playing at this point. Once you have Jowgen plus Fate, the one card that they summon, or if you have Wisdom and Fate, it's even better, but usually just Fate automatically makes it game. I think he realized that. But I do have more gameplay of it, but there are some important things that I want to show off because I was gathering some gameplay. This guy was actually playing like a Monarch deck. I do play Dark Ruler. I think it is kind of important to be able to try to go second with the deck. I'll talk about some other cards, but basically all you need for the deck is literally this card and another Spellbook, and it's pretty much game. Because you go Spellbook of Magician of Prophecy, search out Judgment, or if you have Judgment, you can just activate it. Search it out, or search out Secrets. Secrets then goes into Master. Master just activates, and then you just reactivate your Secrets again. And this is kind of like the bread and butter. You just go for Fate, you go for Knowledge, and this guy actually just rage quit on me. He just like timed it out. He's playing Monarchs with no extra deck because you need it for the effect. Some important like just basic plays. Like I was even trying out to create this is like me just doing some play testing, and like Judgment honestly is so incredibly broken. If you want to, I was thinking about Secret Village. You guys know how much I love Magical Mallet. It actually makes the deck so much better. But like this play alone is just game. There's no more Dark Ruler, no more. In this instance, I already have Fate anyways. But you have to make sure that you have the correct ones. And this is something that I wanted to go ahead and mention for this example here. See how I only have 2 Spellbooks? Now, Spellbook of Fate can still protect you even if you don't have the same amount. Because you can change the monster's battle position to one monster on the field to face down defense position or face up attack position. So you can basically block the card. Another combo with the deck, I think it might be in this one, where what you can do, if you do have Magician's Soul, one thing that I've been doing is going for a Link Karibo. A Link Karibo plus Jowgen. You make sure you make the Link Karibo obviously first, because it's, you know, you get it during the end phase, so it shouldn't be a problem. But if you do happen to go for that play, make sure you do go for Link Karibo and then Jowgen, and then whatever monster that they summon, right? You don't even need Spellbook of Fate at that point. So this is like the play over here. This is important play because what does this do? This makes it so even if you don't happen to have Fate, like in this instance, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, it's totally fine. But it's just giving you guys that knowledge. If you did want to be able to protect your Jowgen the Spiritualist, you can have Link Karibo. Because remember, they cannot special summon, so that means they summon one monster. In this instance, I just set the power over here because I want them to think it's a bluff. If they destroy power, though, this is another benefit. If you set your Spellbook cards, even if you can't even activate them, still set them, because in the off chance that they activate something and pop this card, because they're like, I got to get rid of the back row, right? You would then have the third target or second target that you may actually need for your Spellbook of Fate to be live. But basically, the following turn makes it almost impossible for your opponent to win, because you get to search out like 3 to 5 cards easy, right? Because it literally works, and the reason why Spellbook of Judgement is so incredibly broken is because that it just reoccurs again and again. I was playing my Body of Shield because this is a really cool card, but what this card allows me to do is if I'm going second, I was also playing Decree just in case, like, you know, my opponent is playing something. Honestly, you don't really need to play. These cards are all optional at the very end over here. The deck was probably made to go first. However, if you wanted to go second, I was testing around Dark Ruler No More. You can't really play Droplets in here because it's kind of 2-. But it is another spell card, because remember, with Spellbook of Judgement, the thing that makes it so broken is that it says during the end phase of the turn this card was activated, you can add Spellbook cards from your deck to your hand except for Spellbook Judgement up to the number of spell cards activated. So that works with Upstart Goblin. If you Upstart, you literally get another search. So if you're wondering why I'm playing Upstart, that's why we're playing Upstart. Also, it's like consistency in the deck. It's actually not too bad for consistency. But yeah, that would be, it makes it so good. And then you just special summon any spellcaster. So the win condition is basically you Jowgen lock them. Now, what happens if you draw Jowgen? Well, you can send it back. If you draw double, well, you just normal summon Jowgen anyways. But make sure you do it in some sort of correct order. Don't Jowgen then try to go for Magician's Souls, because that won't work. But it's basically the little deck profile for it. When I consider this deck OP, yeah, going turn 1 is pretty dang good. I've tried to optimize it so it can go second a little bit better and to deal with hand traps. I do think the deck can play through 1, maybe 2 hand traps, but 3 is probably a no-go, to be honest. The deck searches out heavily, and if you are going second, I was originally playing Instant Fusion to go into Millennium Eyes Restrict, or if there's a problematic card that I just need to like absorb, I really like Thousand Eyes Restrict just for being able to, one, it's an instant fusion, so it is a spell, so if I happen to use Spellbook of Judgment, yeah, it worked with that. I can instant fusion, Thousand Eyes Restrict, absorb something, then go into Link Karibo and have a better follow-up play to protect my Jowgen if it does come out. But Jowgen has another effect. I can discard a random card from my hand and destroy all special summon monsters on the field, and then no one can special summon. So if I happen to be going second and I can protect Jowgen with, let's say, my body, or let's say a Dark Ruler No More, that could be another option as well. So keep in mind, this deck can be designed to try to help you going second. The other card that I did not make in the gameplay, which I think is an important card, I'm playing triple copies of it. You probably don't need triple. I originally was trying Extravagance, but there's a problem with it. Extravagance, because, well, you kind of need your other draw power cards. So Crawley lets you reveal 3 spellbooks with different names. Your opponent randomly pick one for you, and then you get to add it to your hand. Then there's another effect, but it doesn't matter because we don't play 5 or higher. Now, I've seen some builds, and I want to give a shout out to YuGiOh Pro, YuGiOh Tube, because I kind of got the deck profile from them. I modified it heavily. I didn't like this card at all, Spellbook Library. The problem that I personally have with Library is that, like, you can't activate other spell cards. So that means no mallet, no nothing. If you activate this, you can't activate any spell cards to turn you activate this except for Spellbook cards. But I do think the card's okay. I just don't like not being able to play mallet. Like I have, let's see, how many cards do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, there's too many cards where, like, it just becomes a problem for me personally. It is there as an option. I like being able to go second, at least have some potential. Maybe even triple Dark Ruler No More could have been an option for this deck, but figure I'd go ahead and show you guys, you know, how OP Judgment is, and is it OP? I would say yeah, for sure. I was trying to think about other cards that I was going to plan to run, but, like, pretty much all you do is you get out Jowgen, you get out this, and then you just attack them for a game via the Star Hall and Power. This card takes a long time to activate. I've seen builds play multiple to try to stack it up, but honestly, Power just gets the job done. I mean, that's literally 10 spells, right? Spellbook Wisdom is very good because if your opponent activates Imperm or anything on your Jowgen, you can protect your Jowgen as well. It comes up to you. If you happen to have the Link Kariba, I would say Wisdom is better than going for Fate, because Fate just gets rid of one monster, or as you know, you can bounce back the back row, but you're gonna be a lot safer on Wisdom most of the time. In most situations, though, like, it kind of depends on if you know what your opponent is playing or not. But anyways, that's the wrap up. That's Spellbook of Judgement. It's broken, and it's still broken, and I don't know why they brought this card back. But anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. If you're new here and want to see maybe an update to this or other Banlist decks, we still have like the Toad to cover. I want to see if there's some new FTK with Substitute, because there's going to be probably some way to do some crazy stuff. But anyways, take care. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.